Do you realize that your presence as you're sitting right there, whatever it is that you are at this moment, affects your now and the person's now sitting right next to you? Is your presence, your energy kicking out love and joy and peace? Or is it like, oh, gosh, I really could have slept in a couple more hours, a little grumpy. I should have had another cup of coffee and I'd maybe be in a better mood. If we could just be a little more aware of what our presence is as we spring gazelle like tripsy down the road of life, our lives might be more pleasant. And certainly the people around us' lives might be more pleasant. Something to ponder, methinks, and so it is.
Good morning.
Don't hurt yourself, Kelly.
I want to share what I saw online a few weeks ago. It was an experiment where clear water from the same source was poured into 2 jars that were then separated from each other. The participants were told to say or yell negative things at one water jar, such as, "You're ugly, no one wants you, you're worthless. You're so ugly." The other participants were told to only say positive soothing words to the other jar. "You're important, you're cherished, you're so loved," etc., etc. Then drops from each of the jars were examined under a high-powered microscope. I wish that I could share these images visually with you, but my words will not suffice. The water drops from the jar that was bombarded with negativity showed a collection of uneven, dense-looking lumps, whereas the water drops from the jar surrounded by positivity showed beautiful, crystal-like designs. Oh, but spoiler alert, when I talked to some friends about this experiment, I was informed that this same experiment had been debunked scientifically, as the same experiment had been tested again and again without those images reoccurring. Ah, shucks. When I had believed the results to be true, I made a more conscious effort to replace negativity, thoughts or words with positivity. After all, our bodies are comprised mostly of water. I was kinder to others, and I was kinder to myself, as I definitely wanted pretty crystals, not ugly lumps inside of me. But as a wise young woman said, if it works for you, just think of the water experiment as a metaphor. So I just shared my favorite metaphor, whether it's factual or not. But then also Walt Whitman said, whatever satisfies the soul is truth.
Ponder that.
You know, I don't know when Kelly saw that or heard that or read it or whatever, but I think she's been using that metaphor for at least 24 years. Because as long as I've known Kelly, since August 20th of the year 2000, I've never heard her say a negative word to another human being, ever. I'm sure she goes home and kicks the wall once in a while, like we all do, but she is aware of her presence, and she has that positive, gracious grace about her. Vivian Clark was another one that had that grace about her. And Kelly, thank you for sharing your metaphor. Good morning.
Good morning.
I'll start up with, we had a lovely celebration of remembrance yesterday for Maury Mansell. It was just quite lovely, and thank all of those of you who came. It was just very, very sweet. This week, I think, yes, Monday night will be the Healing Circle, and then it'll be again on the 21st. It's a little off this month. And the ladies' spiritual book study will be a week from Thursday, is that correct? Okay, oh no, something like the 17th or something, yeah, I think. The 19th, 2 weeks from yesterday, we are having that special presentation of It Can't Happen Here. And it's a fundraiser for COTS. It's a very, it's a reader's theater adaptation of that same play back in 1936 when fascism seemed to be taking over the whole world. And the focus is about participating if we love this freedom. And voting is not a whole lot of participating. Other kinds of participating is what it takes. That'll be on the 19th at 4:30, I think. And it was in the newsletter, and there'll be flyers out, and I'm sure you'll hear more about it. The last Saturday, I think it's the 26th of October, we are going to have the Bluebirds back at our cabaret. So that'll be a cool thing. We can all get there and dance and raise cane and have a really good time. And that's on the 26th. Are there any other announcements? I'm going to have our quiet time in a moment. Any other announcements that I've forgotten or overlooked? Okay. We've started doing at the end of announcements every week, and I think it's necessary. We send out our love and our healing light and our highest good intentions for people that are going through some real challenge now. Barbara, say her last name real quick. It won't come out. Cohan. Little Liam, how's little Liam doing?
Doing fantastic.
Good. Are there any other people that could use our yes?
My friend Alice could
Alice?
use a lot of help right now.
Okay.
My friend Cecilia is driving out from Indiana, and she fell, hurt her leg. She still has to drive. So.
Oh, geez. Okay.
I have a friend that was diagnosed with lung cancer. He turned 100 years old 2 weeks ago.
Wow. All right. What's his name?
Norm,
Norm. Okay.
Cassandra,
Cassandra.
who lives in
All right. And my daughter Shauna is going through some real challenge right now. So if we could just say the names out loud as you're thinking, or at least send that light out to all who have some darkness going on. Our light will get there, and it will be used wisely. To the highest good of all that is, and so it is. Thank you. All right, if no other announcements, then let's stand up and sing Life is for Living, 195 in the Wings. Oh, wait a minute before we start. I neglected to remember something very important. I want to thank Wayne and Dick and whoever else took part in the service last week. I had a lovely day off. I really, really appreciate it. So thank all of you. I don't say all the names, just know I'm very grateful. All right, now we can proceed. first time, you are about to experience something wonderful. We greet each other in the traditional 107-year-old tradition of greeting each other right here at Church of the Oaks. What we just shared is the most important abundance that the universe gives to us and lets us use as we choose. And it's instant gratification, it's instant smile, it's instant sense of well-being, it's instant being cared about, it's instant caring about. We just focus on money so much, and it's each other. That's our true greatest value of abundance. Let's read together the affirmation of abundance, may we? Part of the abundance that our universe shares is the never-ceasing changes of our life experiences and conditions, as demonstrated by the changing of our seasons. May we ponder that wisdom, sir. Prepare for our meditation this morning. Let's sing together Only Believe, number 152 in the wings.
Welcome. Good morning. And so it has come to this, the autumn of 2024. And this is a time to quiet and settle and prepare for meditation. If anyone saw the sunrise this morning, you know that our sky was painted in peaches and golds, a soft brightness that did not portend a very hot day, though we may step out of church today and find that. I want you to each picture in your mind's eye, as you close your eyes and settle in, imagine a great soft golden sun over your head. Claim your own sweet golden light, a guiding light. And as you think of autumn as it's coming to be, with the turn of the season, the harvest in full swing, the second summer, as we sometimes call it. There are cool nights and hot days, the scent of apples and grape must, crunching leaves, and huge sunflowers. Pull from your memory a favorite moment or event from an autumn of the past. Go back there for a moment to a special event, a wedding, a harvest fair, a walk in the woods. With that golden sun over your head, I invite you to pull your energy out of that wonderful day from the past. Feel your excitement, your joy, the warmth of friendship. Take a moment to deeply remember and pull your energy with the gravity of that golden sun. Pull your energy out of that moment. As your sun fills with your own sweet energy, know that it has burned clean, purified, transmuted for your reuse in this moment within that golden sun. And now that sun releases into your space, your mind, your heart, your body and aura, your own sweet energy, pulled from the past, renewed, and brought for your use in the present time. Claim your energy today, and any day that you need more energy, more liveliness, when you do this practice. Think of a moment past, pull your energy out, burn it clean, and radiate it fully into your soul. Claim your own guiding light. Come back into this moment, renewed. Happy fall.
Thank you, Joy. This beautiful centerpiece this morning. It's all about autumn and fall and harvest. We all pretty much learn to accept the seasons as they come. This is fall, autumn, the end of summer. And yet we're having maybe the hottest week of the entire year. And I don't think a single one of us would be surprised that within 2 weeks we have frost warnings and frost on the pumpkin. And we grumble a little bit, oh, it's really hot, or oh, it's really chilly, but we accept these season changes. Church of the Oaks, we have 7 or 8 oak trees outside, losing all their leaves. I don't think a single one of them's upset by that. It's just part of their change, ongoing change. We're the only folks that get a little excited about change, a little reluctant. But every one of us is going through a season today, whatever that might be. All of our life experiences are different. Emma and Sarah, these young ladies, at their age, every day is a new season, filled with awe and learning and spats with sister and all the things that life is. And every day is a whole new day. I wish we could get up in the morning with awe and see what the universe and life had in store for us, what opportunities there were. There's one of the quotes down here, maybe somewhere I got a quote that we got to give thanks for the good days and give thanks for the bad days, because the bad days teach us new limits of our strength, new limits of our acceptance, new limits of our awareness. The good stuff, that's pretty easy to accept. And so many marriage vows, for better or for worse. The better is pretty easy to accept. The worse, that's a little more challenging. But the worst, that's where we learn the most. That's what makes our relationships really, really strong, is going through the worst parts. I know someone, it's my daughter. She shared a house with a lady. They'd been roommates for, 15 years or something. And her housemate decided to move to South Carolina or, somewhere back east, and took their pet with her, their cat, and that was very distressing. And she's in a band, and half of the band has developed a serious illness problem and is moving to LA, and the band is probably over. And there were some serious relationship problems with her son, and she's feeling really awful. But if we stop and think about when it seems like all the junk is happening, all the crap is coming down on our shoulders, there's a lot of doors being slammed closed. Well, actually, there's 40 doors waiting to be opened right in front of you. A lot of things, a lot of experiences, habitual experiences in her life have come to an end. She's got room for lots of new things to come up and to show And if she's not too busy feeling grief and sadness, which is totally normal, we all feel that way, she might just have some fantastic new experiences. Find new people to play music with. Have another cat. And in time, relationships do heal. But we're always so resistant to change. But our personal seasons, when you wake up in the morning, what's it going to be? Is it going to be a day of positive stuff? Is it going to be a day of winter, darkness, chilly? Is it going to be a day of summer and we'll go to the beach and we're going to do this and we're going to do that? We're going to be with friends? Is it going to be a season of spring today? When new life, new things sprout and happen. I think there was a quote by one of my favorite people. Who is it? Oh, it's on the order of service. Robert Louis Stevenson. I kind of took this on years ago when it came to Church of the Oaks. Don't judge each day by the harvest you reap, but by the seeds you sow. And we've been sowing seeds right here at Church of the Oaks ever since I showed up. And before that, I'm sure. But it's like we've had some ups and downs and some hard times. But we keep sowing the seeds. We keep starting new things. Start planting new seeds of kindness and community and awareness and acceptance. And golly, if you stand back and look, so many of those seeds have blossomed into some beautiful, beautiful blooms. Our 12-step programs, our COTS relationship, our tithing practices, this thing we call an unconditional welcome when people come in the door. We don't care where you've been, we're just happy you're here and we're happy to hold your hand as we go on down life's road. I hope that each of us, when we walk out that door, it's going to be hot. I hope each one of us will grin and just say how easily we accept the discomfort of Mother Nature and how angry we become when our personal experiences aren't just what we wanted, just what we had planned. I know that's when I get my most upsetness, is when I have a plan and it doesn't come to fruition the way I had it pictured. And I think most of us, when we think about our lives, we wind up we have a thought about something, we immediately have a picture of expectation. And sometimes that doesn't always manifest in the same picture. And we get so depressed and so upset about it. And it's just another season of life. I just wish I could wake up like Emma and Sarah do every morning. And just, what's going to happen today? It's going to be exciting. We're going to color new pictures. We're going to go different places. We're going to see things and hear things we never heard before. And if we step out of our comfort zone, folks, we can wake up like that. We can. This world offers so many opportunities to share our time and our talent and our thought and our treasure. And when we do that, when we plant those seeds of love and acceptance, we somehow harvest. Someone harvests. And without that harvest of kindness, of caring, of love, of empathy and compassion, this would be a pretty crummy world to live in. A lot of people live in that darkness all the time. And I just feel so sorry for them. Because they're all our brothers and sisters, every one of them. And they wake up and their lives are just the same old season of darkness and anger. And here, in this little community, at least once a week, we're going to get a great hug. And we're going to be able to interact with people that are here with Kelly's outlook. Let's be positive instead of negative. Let's look for positive instead of negative. Let's receive those hugs and smiles and positive remarks and conversation from our family. Right here at the corner of West Sierra and Page. This is autumn, time of sometimes radical change. And we kind of accept that because it's fall, it just does what happens. Well, our day-to-day lives are no different, my dear, dear friends. We can have radical change, who knows? Sometimes once in a while, sometimes almost every day for a while. And if we just kind of stop and try to accept those radical changes like we do 100 degrees and a frost warning a week apart, we get through life a lot better. We start to enjoy these changes instead of being uncomfortable by them. Sarah and Emma, they aren't uncomfortable when they see new things every day and hear new things and learn new things. That's actually exciting. And that same energy of experiencing new things is available for each and every one of us every single day. It's our consciousness, our presence, our open-mindedness, our openness that allows that to be a gift rather than a drudgery. There's so much happening right now in our universe. Some of it's very uncomfortable. Some of it's very sickening. We can focus on that. We can focus on Kelly's metaphor. We can look across the aisle. We can look who's sitting next to us. And we see a smile. We see someone who made a special effort to get here today to share time, talent, thought, and treasures. Maybe not theirs, someone else's. Sharing, giving and taking, receiving. And I just hope that we can all take this excitement of the unknown, of the changes of seasons within our own day-to-day lives. Take that awareness and that understanding and that excitement home with us today. It's going to be warm, so you can just go home, take your order of service and read the quotes, and you can use it to fan with. Are you laughing at me, Wayne?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
With you.
I'd like to read something from Eckhart Tolle. Unease, anxiety, tension, stress, and worry, all forms of fear, are caused by too much future and not enough presence. Guilt, regret, resentment, grievance, sadness, bitterness, all forms of non-forgiveness are caused by too much past and not enough presence. If we could stay focused on the now and just taste what's all around us, I think our life experience would be enriched. Or we can just go home and turn on Dancing with the Stars and watch the reruns. It's our choice. Pay attention to your seasons, my friends. Really, really try to understand what's going on in your life. We're not supposed to have happy days every day. Then we wouldn't appreciate a happy day when they came. We're supposed to have some upsetness, challenge, grief, pain, anger. That's what a human being is. A human being is also love and compassion and empathy and acceptance and forgiveness. And the icing that makes the cake all edible is gratitude. How fortunate we are to have each other. When we're feeling crummy. When I'm feeling rotten, I call Wayne. He cheers me up all the time. And when he's feeling rotten, I'm one of the 10 people he calls. He likes to share his abundance. I just want to thank all of you for being part of the seasons of my day-to-day life. Sometimes I'm totally in awe, and sometimes I just smile with pleasure and with joy. Well, that's what I have today, folks. I think it's time we take a look at this world of change and seasons and just say, what a wonderful world. Let's stand and sing What a Wonderful World, number 40 in the songbook.